Hello, everybody, and welcome to the... What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to the Media Dump Podcast. I'm Dom, this is Nick. Together we're...
Hungry.
And tired. And this is a podcast where we basically just talk about all the media we've consumed over the past 2 weeks. It's actually a month. We did a skip last week, but that's my fault. We hadn't done a video in so long, I kept forgetting that we made a video.
Mm-hmm.
And that I had to edit it and put it out. And I just kept forgetting. I was like, oh shit, It was like a week later, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I didn't even put the stuff on the computer from the camera for a week because I just forgot.
You should just write it on a whiteboard.
Honestly, that's a good idea. I never look up there. The idea is to write more stuff on. There's a big whiteboard up there. The idea is to write more stuff on there, and I never write anything on there. There's the hole you made.
What?
There's the hole you made.
The hole?
In the whiteboard.
I didn't do that.
No, I think it was Skyler.
Also, it's behind the lamp, so I couldn't see it. I was like, what hole are you talking about?
Okay, so usually we go through a bunch of topics. The first topic is board games. Thanks, you play any board games?
I do not. I have nobody to play with. And all my 2-player board games are here.
Jessica don't want to play anything?
No, not really.
Just Magic?
I haven't even played Magic, dude.
Just Pokemon?
Just Pokemon.
Okay. Alright, so we're good?
Alright, this podcast.
Boy.
No, usually Gary comes over and we play Magic, but he's been busy with his whole situation, so he hasn't been able to. Or when he wants to come over and play, we're like in the middle of making dinner. So it's like, no. Come over tomorrow.
Okay, well,
What have you been playing? Pokemon?
There's some Pokemon board games. I'm trying to remember.
Do you not have it written down?
No.
Shame on you.
Man.
Yeah?
I forgot. I remembered it.
Do you remember? Did you get any new games?
No.
Did you play any new games?
No.
Did you play with new people?
No. Played Marvel Munchkin, and actually had fun. It was like a normal kind of thing. That was kind of interesting because it has like classes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I guess normal has
Munchkin?
classes, but
Oh, never mind. I played Munchkin with Gary. Totally forgot.
Did you beat him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, that might have been last podcast.
Well, Marvel Munchkin is interesting. It has like, and then Skylar has like 2 expansions, or I guess he gave it to me. Sorry. There's a couple expansions in it, and the normal base game has 2 Infinity Stones. One expansion has 2 more Infinity Stones, and another expansion has 2 more Infinity Stones.
So you can get all 5.
There's 6.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And Flynn got like 5 of them, and we're like, okay, so you win, and then he won, and he beat our asses. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I kind of want to take those out. They're like too strong. I can't remember what they did, but they were like really strong. I'm like, this is bullshit. Skylar got 1 and I got 0, and I was like, okay, great.
Just get good.
Yeah, okay. But it was actually kind of fun. I cannot remember what we played. I was supposed to write. I used to write them all down, and then.
So, update. I'm gonna take Carcassonne back.
Go for it. Have not played it.
I figured as much. And I'm taking the expansion back because I have one sitting at home. I have Knights and Castles. And at one point, sometime in the future, I'm gonna get all of them so we can play with all of them. Because there's...
I'm just gonna buy that big box.
Well, you can't once I get them all. I need an excuse to buy them.
Yeah, I cannot remember other games to play. Literally can't remember. So, they weren't that important. I don't think I won any games.
You just don't remember because you didn't win?
Man. I cannot remember. Well, yeah, we didn't play anything super interesting. I don't think, with Villainous, we played, Flynn got us the next expansion.
Is it the Star Wars one?
No. We've only played Star Wars Villainous 3 times. and we haven't even, and we only played with like 3 different characters. What?
There's a new one out, right?
There's a new expansion for.
I saw it at Target the other day. I think
Yeah, it's got Boba Fett on it.
Yeah, Boba Fett, Cad Bane, and the Seventh Sister or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had it or not.
No, I get like we just got to buy all the villainous things just to collect them, kind of. But we don't play it that often because I kind of exclusively want to play it at 3 people, and we don't really often have one person over at the house to play.
Yeah.
That just doesn't really happen. It's just 4 people takes way too goddamn long. 3 people sometimes takes too long. But we played that twice. What's it? It's got Doc Ock, Kang, and somebody else who I don't care about. And I played as Kang, and I didn't really understand the role, but it's one of those roles where it's like kind of hard to understand, and once you, for a lot of villainous characters, they're kind of hard to get, but once you play them once, then the second time you're like, okay, now I got it.
Yeah.
Or like at the end of the first time, you're like, now I get it. Now I can do it.
Jafar was the same with me. Like, it took me a few tries to really figure out. You just gotta burn through cards.
Yeah, like a mother. Jafar, like,
you really
good strategy might just be to discard all of your like first 20 cards until
you just keep discarding until you get the cards you need.
Don't worry about anything with Jafar. Just okay. And then, and I did not win. I think Flynn won as Doc Ock, and Skylar played the other one, Titania or whatever. No, yeah, Titania something, whatever.
Yeah, I think I remember. You told me about that.
And I think Flynn won as Doc Ock. And then we played Marvel Villainous again, and I got another expansion for that. I got the Venom expansion, which is a standalone, singular expansion, just one character. And his character was kind of... Oh, I guess real quick, so Kang's character was kind of like Loki's, where you place... So with Loki and Kang, those are like the... So even though Doc Ock's like the main guy on the first...
He's like on the cover.
The second expansion. I feel like Kang's... Okay, so the main box has Thanos, the first expansion has Loki, the third expansion has Kang, and all 3 of those characters, like, their main thing is to play their cards on other people's boards and do stuff with that, okay? And a lot of time, I think for Kang's they make, you can do powerful stuff, and whoever's place you put it on can do some powerful stuff.
Okay, so it's kind of like a group hug thing.
Yeah, but this guy, I gotta play that again. And then Venom, I cannot really remember how Venom played, but it was interesting, and I want to play him again. And then I think Flynn played Kang, and Skylar played... No, and Skylar played somebody, I don't remember. Might have played Titania again. Was it Titania? I don't care. And I did win as Venom, but I do not remember how Venom played. That's on me.
So Venom's like an anti-hero solo.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do something like Deadpool? As another solo?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the only solo they've ever made. And they haven't made another one. So I don't know.
That'd be smart.
I don't know why they did that.
Deadpool would be a good one.
Yeah, I don't really know why they did that, but they did. So we're just missing... All we're missing now is this Star Wars Villainous expansion, which I guess we should just get it just to get the collection, but again, we don't play...
Yeah, you don't play it enough.
We've only played it 3 times. I do like it. If you remember, it has 2 different currencies, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I remember.
It's like I think I like that, but I don't really like a lot of the characters' things they have to do.
Yeah, I think we talked about it when you first got it. It was really slow or like repetitive, but it was a new experience.
And like it just seems harder to. So with each new villainous they come out with, they make it like harder to stop them with the fate cards because it's too easy. So Star Wars, it's kind of like fating can mess somebody up, but it's really like not like if. So what we do if somebody's winning, you just fate them a shitload and it stops them.
Yeah.
But in Star Wars Villainous, I felt like in our experiences, if somebody's winning, you try to fate them a bunch. Like kind of doesn't slow them down
Yeah.
a super lot. Some of the characters like Grievous, like General Grievous, like there's no stopping him. Like he's going to.
Yeah.
So that's collecting lightsabers, but there's one card in his fate deck that gets rid of a lightsaber. So if he has, what if there were 7 lightsabers, then like, oh, you're gonna win. Like unless like I fate you.
4, doesn't he?
He needs like 8 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But we were playing like me and Sky were playing 1-on-1 and she was playing Grievous, and it's like, oh, she got like to 6 or whatever, and I like literally I'm like, oh, I have to fate you every single round now. And so then I couldn't do anything, or like I was barely doing anything because I literally had to fate her every single round.
Yeah.
And then I got rid of one of her sabers, and then like the next round she did a combo and got 2 sabers in one, and I'm like,
yeah.
It just felt like hard to stop, which I guess like makes, I don't know, makes sense. But like I said, every new villainess they come out with is harder to stop people. Like in Disney villains, it's pretty easy. Almost every character, it's pretty easy to really fuck them up. And then Marvel villainous, it's harder to mess people up. But I feel like in Star Wars villainous, it's hard to mess people up. If that makes more sense.
Yeah, there's kind of a tier to it.
Yeah. Anyway, so all we're missing is the Star Wars expansion, and one of the Disney villainous expansions. It's a Pixar one. And Skylar is like is boycotting it for a while because she's like, there's so many more normal like. We could get like Mulan, Tarzan, fucking
What was the other ones we came up with?
Jungle Book, I think, and
we came up with like 1 or 2, didn't we?
Mulan and Tarzan are the ones I want.
Tarzan would be great.
So it's like you could do Mulan, Tarzan, and Moana.
Moana would be good.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's multiple other ones you can do, and then they do the Pixar, which I was kind of annoyed, but Skylar was mad that they did that.
It makes sense because it feels like a cash grab more than I make.
Yeah, it seems like yeah, it's kind of annoying, but I guess they're trying to. But I kind of get they don't want to do all of the Disney princesses or whatever, and then do Pixar, and then the sales might go like way down and be like, so if they mix it in the middle, maybe I don't know. So we gotta buy that, and then they also came out with this new. It was like so they came out with a new core box of Disney villainous.
Yeah, it was 100
where they
year, right?
updated. I don't know what it's called. They updated for the characters in the regular box.
Out of the 5 or 6.
Out of the 6, there's 6. They updated for them. Like King John, I don't know what it is, but his goal is to no longer get 20 money. It's a different goal. It basically changes the whole character because it was like broken.
Yeah.
Or they had to change those to make them come in line with what villainous like is now because you play the
Prince John,
Black Cauldron guy or whatever, and he has to like get 3. I forget his name. He has to get like 3. The Horn King, he has to get 4 in like each spot, and then has to do these crazy combos. And then King John, you're like, I play this, I get too many.
Yeah.
So it just kind of just updates it for where villainous is now, and a couple other ones. And I think Jafar, because Jafar is literally just pure luck, basically.
He is rough.
Like, you could literally draw the first perfect 4 cards and win in like 3 turns with Jafar, something like that.
Or never see them, yeah.
Or they could all 4 of the perfect cards you need be at the very bottom of the deck and take you the entire game to get through them. And you can just, so there's a lot of luck involved. But there's also a lot of luck in like Yzma.
I haven't played that one, so I don't know.
There's like, so you have 4.
You gotta find Cusco, yeah.
Yeah, see, there's 4 different fate piles with like 4 cards each, and you're trying to find Cusco over those fate piles. But it's like if you just pick the right one, you can find Cusco like the first turn.
Yeah.
Or you could pick the wrong one and find Cusco like
last,
and then somebody will play something and like try to, and then like you're supposed to play cards and mix them up. So it's like, I think we talked about this before, where Yzma is not like a one-on-one character, because you can't fate, because like I was playing one-on-one, she kept winning, because like you try to fate Yzma, but that just helps her.
Yeah.
Because she wants to get less cards.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of weird. But anyways, so the update, I can't remember the other ones. Let me just look it up. And we got to get that. And I'm okay with buying that because
it's close to finishing the course.
we finish it, and also they people online have said they consider them different characters. like you could still play with the old characters.
Mm-hmm.
These are just different characters. It doesn't necessarily even replace like King John, or Prince John. It doesn't replace him because it has a different objective. He's essentially a different character.
So you can technically have two.
Introduction to Evil is what it was called.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think they should have done an expansion for the characters instead of tweaking.
Well, I think it's for the what's it called, the mass market kind of.
Yeah, because I did see a box. It was like the 100-year anniversary box or some shit like that.
And they're also making it. Disney Villas is coming out. Sugar and Spice, King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph, and Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. So Jungle Book is coming. And I think and it's only and it will be the first of the reformatted Villainous games that comes with 2 characters instead of 3. So all the expansions are going to come with 2 instead of 3 from now on.
I guess 2 makes more sense, but they should
it is
lower
less
the price.
money. It is less money.
Okay,
they lower price is lower.
Thank God, because if they were still charging for 3 characters, or for 2 characters the same price, that'd be fucking obnoxious. Because 1 expansion is about as much as the original base, wasn't it? It's like $30 or $40 for the base game, and then
Yeah, I think the base game
25 or 30.
Base game was like 30, and then they were like pretty expensive. I just want to know what's in Characters Introduction to Evil. Oh, never mind. And shit, that's what they did. They did come out with another personal expansion, which was Oogie Boogie.
That one would be fun.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so there's a couple things we gotta buy. Again, we will buy them eventually. I don't know how soon.
Eventually.
See, but I also kind of want to just pull the trigger and just like buy all of them just now, just to be like we're done. We don't have to worry about it.
Well, you still have stuff in there that's still wrapped. You know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But there's characters we still haven't played. But I'm like, so then it's like, well, let's play it a little bit before we buy an expansion. Mm-hmm. Obviously, right? Yeah. But then it's like, but again, like we never play it. So then I'm like, do we need the expansion? No. Do I want the expansion?
It looks better.
Yes, it looks cool. Okay, so Disney Villainous, so Introduction to Evil, they're reformatted Maleficent, Captain Hook, Ursula, and Prince John.
Do they say what they do?
Yeah, I mean you can play them now. It's out now.
Yeah, I know. I saw the box at the other
So day. I don't know. It doesn't say on here, but
I'll Google it later or something.
Yeah,
next
you
time
can look it up later. It's too much work. So then the original one. So it's only So it's not touching
Ursula.
No, it's not touching.
Queen.
The red
Queen of Hearts.
The red Queen of Hearts. It's not. And Jafar. Oh wait.
You said Jafar. You said Maleficent, John, Jafar, and somebody else. Flynn, tell us who.
Maleficent, Captain Hook, Ursula, and Prince John. No, it doesn't actually change. Jafar. I thought it did. So it doesn't change Jafar or
Did you not just say
the
Jafar?
Queen of Hearts? No, does not change. Captain Hook.
Okay.
In my mind, whenever I think of it, I just mix up Captain Hook and Prince John because I think they're super similar.
No.
I can't remember.
Well, one's a lion. One's a pirate. No, Anne.
Jafar's not a lion.
I'm thinking Captain Hook. You said Jafar and it threw me off, and I'm still thinking it's like, how are we mixing this up?
Well, let's move on.
Moving on.
One other thing we played real quick was we played. It's called Star Wars: The Clone Wars, but it's actually Star Wars. It's actually the Star Wars: The Clone Wars Pandemic, but the game's called Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Is it like a pandemic?
Yeah, it's pandemic system. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I think you'd like it.
I don't know. You thought I'd like the Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, but I've learned. But now I've.
You stopped cheating.
But I've learned.
How to not cheat.
That you don't.
How to not.
You're not into heavy games.
I'm perfectly fine with heavy games.
Maybe competitive games.
I'm fine with competitive games.
Every time we play one, you don't like it.
What are you talking about?
You didn't like You said you didn't really like Game of Thrones.
When we played it, because we played it wrong.
Only a little bit wrong.
Nah. It threw the entire game off.
What did we play wrong?
We didn't resupply how we were supposed to, and we didn't use the tracks properly.
Next time we play it, now we know all the rules. No, now we got all the rules. Don't worry about now. Now we got all the rules. And I got basically all the rules for. I think last time we played it perfectly fine. I mean, there's all not always, but probably in every game there's gonna be a little tiny couple of tic-tacky things that show up in War of the Ring because it's so many rules to keep. It's like so much.
You need a fucking standby judge.
Well, anyways,
the Star Wars game.
and it's kind of cool. There's like a villain. We played it twice. That's what happened. That's why it took so much time. I'm trying because we played it twice. You could play with it. So you play with a different villain at the top. Is a villain that chases you around the board and tries to get you. Mm. And first we play with Ventress, and then we play with Maul. So this is Ventress. This is Maul.
Okay.
Okay.
That's Grievous. Do you need to borrow some arms?
And then, or did we wait? Maybe we didn't play Maul. Maybe we played Grievous.
Which arm flailing thing is it?
I can't remember. I think we played Grievous. And that's pretty good. So, and then also has a mission so there's a bunch of planets, right? And it has there's two different missions, and you have to go do play certain cards in your hand to complete this mission, and then another mission comes. So it's like a couple missions, and you have to go through like 5 missions, and then you go defeat the bad guy. And then the bad guy just cycles through like 6 cards or whatever, and so it's kind of easier to keep track.
Yeah.
But it's still the pandemic thing where you put the cards on top and it keeps replacing them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you put the cards
kind of
back
like
on top.
recycles.
And then, yeah. Okay. And yeah, that's.
Did you guys ever get around to playing the other pandemic game you bought?
Follow Rome?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it a couple times. Flynn really likes it. That's cool.
Okay.
We should play that. We'll play that after this?
There was a game I wanted to play, and I don't remember what I wanted to play.
No, that game's fun. And now that the first time we played it, it's kind of hard to understand the freaking. It's not hard to understand. Maybe it's not super intuitive. How to? Are you worried that it's not recording?
No. I'm looking at the time.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm looking at this like we're still on board games.
Well, yeah, but
but everything else.
I was gonna go past it super fast, but now you got me going. And what was I saying? Oh, pandemic. You asked about Pandemic Fall Realm. So real quick, maybe it's not super intuitive because there's like these tracks and all roads lead to Rome. Okay, so Rome is in the middle and all the roads lead to Rome, and the bad guys go down the path. But how it works is if a bad guy's like halfway there and you draw an orange card and he's on the orange path, then it doesn't start at the orange origin point. It goes that person and one after them. So it keeps marching towards Rome. Okay? So you have to like cut them off and go ahead of them, and sometimes like not even getting rid of all of them, but cutting off the supply chain. Because also if there's an orange barbarian at spot 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then it gets played and you draw it and it is number 1, then it gets played at 6. Right?
Flynn, tell us.
No, sorry, I'm doing that a little bit wrong.
I gotta stop playing board games with you.
Sorry, I just can't remember exactly. No, I can't remember how to word it. I know what it happens, but I can't remember how to word it. Well, sometimes you want to like cut off the supply chain so it can't catch up. And like, so you're like, all we have to do is cut off the supply chain, and we don't really necessarily have to kill all of them right now. I think it was pretty fun.
Okay.
All right, video games.
Pokemon.
I played a little bit of Horizon
Zero
Dawn. I will play a little bit more. Kind of want to finish it. I spent one day doing I did I don't know, 3 hours of side missions. And maybe that didn't burn me out, but I was kind of like, And
it does take a lot.
And then I looked at how far I was through the game, and I was like, oh. Okay, my other problem is, it's not... It's like the difficulty rating, I don't know where to put it. Sometimes it's really hard, sometimes it's way too easy, and sometimes I'm like, it's like perfect where I try really, really hard and barely defeat the guy, but I never die.
Yeah.
And so that's like perfect. So sometimes it's like perfect. There's like a giant Tyrannosaurus, and I try like really hard. I use all of my equipment. I defeat him, but then I'll like. But then there'll be another part where there's like this. Now these giant pterodactyls are gonna attack you. Dun dun dun, and you're like, oh no! And then like I didn't even go down to half health, and then I kill them all.
Yeah, there was something about that. It was like difficult to scale difficulty for the game, and that's one of the reasons why it got dinged for its score. It still scored really high.
Yeah.
But it was inconsistent on how difficult
it is kind of inconsistent, and I'm kind of weird. Like I get like.
Because you go in expecting one difficulty.
I get like I don't know, self-conscious is the right word, or insecure is the right word about the difficulty rating of games for some reason. I don't know why I'm like this. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I want it to be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want it to be too easy because that's too boring.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want it to be too hard because I really don't want to die like 10 times.
Yeah.
Trying to defeat one boss.
This
I
isn't
hate
World
it.
of War on Veteran. You know. The
Back
fucking
in the day.
grenades spam.
Back in the day.
Just get flashbacks.
I think I played it again in like 2016 and 17, and I was like,
World of War?
yeah, World of War and Veteran. I think I did, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But back then, when it came out, and when the skill level for just games was so much lower, oh my god, hardest thing in the world. Okay, but I am enjoying the story.
Mm-hmm. I hear they're making a movie out of it.
They made a board game, huge board game with like.
I think I saw it when we were
gigantic miniatures, and it has like 8 boxes, like literally like stacked this high.
Yeah.
Of like boxes of stuff you can buy for that, and I'm never buying that.
Yeah. It'd be great to like piece together and like mess around with, but.
And I haven't beaten it. I'm probably like only 60% of the way through technically, which seems crazy to me. I'm like, how am I?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that like. Either I'm way not farther through the story than I think I am, because I don't know. I don't want to look it up, or there's no like tracker. So I kind of want that in games where it like tells you how far through the main story you are, but it doesn't actually tell you how far through the main story you are. I think they did that. They did that in Spider-Man, which was great. They told you like main story 67%. So then I'm like, okay, then I kind of know where I want to be at skill level wise, because I'm the kind of person where I want to play the game like how it's meant to be played.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to. Some people want to get super, super powerful and then
take on everything and super easy. Yeah.
I hate that, and then, but I also don't want to. But I also want to enjoy and see everything, and I don't want to just rush through it and fight a boss that I'm not prepared to fight.
Yeah, that's also one of the other things with the difficulty. Is like you never know.
Yeah.
Are you over leveled or over supplied for a boss that's a cakewalk? You know.
And I would have played it more, maybe even beaten it, but I have been playing Apex again.
I figured. I think I saw you pop on once or twice. Shame on you.
Pretty good. Okay, Mr. What did you say last time? An ungodly amount of Call of Duty.
It's only like 20 days. Shut up.
20 days is crazy.
But it's counting Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3.
Wait, and...
Is that it? Apex and Horizon?
Yeah. They really nerfed my boy Seer.
Mm.
My main was Seer, and they really fucked him up, dude.
Sure.
Boy, they nerfed his ass. What have you been playing besides Pokemans?
Everybody needed a break from Call of Duty.
Yeah, you think?
So we started playing Minecraft.
Nice.
It's so relaxing. Just getting
Is
back
your
into Minecraft.
every couple of year month-long binge of Minecraft?
No, we're bouncing back and forth. If we have 4 people, we play Minecraft. But if there are only like 1 or 2 of us, we'll play Call of Duty. So we're kind of keeping it consistent. But we've been at it for, I want to say, like a week and a half. And we just got another portal, I want to say, like Tuesday.
So you've been going
So we've been pretty
slow.
We've been like building stuff up because 2 of the players haven't played Minecraft before, or played like a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like holding hands, trying to get them to figure out how to play.
I mean, it's recorded our first time, and we like made like 5 wooden swords. Like,
I had to give Jess a full tutorial on like how to cook food or how to make equipment or like you can punch trees and it doesn't hurt you anymore, you know, stuff like that. But it's fun, very relaxing, and we talk a lot of shit.
so what have you done in Pokemon? Tell the people.
So last time, I obliterated my save file twice. So I started on gold. I said screw it and jumped over that one. After I worked my way back up on silver and got bored of that. So now I'm doing an all bug run on gold.
How many bugs you got?
1 right now.
Oh my god.
I've been playing 2 hours. I started today at the bus stop.
Oh, so you have to go find. So you just went and found a bug, and then you're like.
Yep, found a Caterpie and then working my way up. So now I got a level 9 Metapod.
So who's your starter?
I just picked Totodile.
Okay, because I was like, you just do that in like red, and you could just do Bulbasaur. Not a
You
bug,
could.
but it's close enough.
Yeah. Well,
Close enough.
I picked Totodile just so my rival would have a grass type because bugs are super effective against grass types.
Smart.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick. That it?
Pretty much. Nothing else, honestly. I beat Mafia before the last episode, and I looked at Mafia 3, I was like, do I want to go through this again?
We gotta play different games for the podcast.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, see any good interesting movies? Did you see Dune 2?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Wait for what?
Do I can afford it? I go watch it on my TV, but it's not the same.
I know, man. I've rewatched Dune 1 in preparation preparation for Dune 2.
It's so good.
It's pretty good.
I love that movie so
Overrated.
much.
It's pretty
Shut
good.
up.
It's pretty good. I liked it better. I like it more now the second watch than my memory of the first watch.
Every time I watch it, I find something new about it that I like.
I really like the bug scene.
Oh, the secret drone thing?
Yeah, that was cool.
I kind of want to watch the second one.
And then, what's his face?
Timothy Chalamet.
Thanos.
Oh.
I thought he was in it a little bit more. He's like barely in it.
He's in the second
Josh
one
Brolin.
right here.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like watching. I'm assuming he's alive and comes back in the second one because I'm like, that's Josh Brolin. I haven't seen any of the trailers because I'm like, that's Josh Brolin and he's literally barely in this movie. I'm like, he has to come back.
Well, same with Jason Momoa and Oscar Isaac. They're in it for like 5 minutes.
Jason Momoa's in it a decent amount.
No, he's not. He's in it for like 4 scenes.
That's more than for this.
4 scenes out of a 3 hour.
At least he did a much more interesting thing, like saving them.
Yes, that he did an interesting thing. He's not in it a bunch. Gosh, it's such a shame. I think that's why one of the reasons why they didn't have those actors in it more is because they had to pay so much.
That's my thing where it's like, it's a super important character. I'm like, oh, he's not even in the second half of the thing, dies.
To be fair, in the book, he's not in it a lot. He shows up.
Does he just become an interesting character because of his name?
Who? Duncan?
Yeah.
No.
Or in the zeitgeist of like people, like popular culture?
No. He does matter a lot to the story, but more in the second half.
Oh, I bet he's in a flashback. Or in a dream sequence type thing, for sure. And
well, because he doesn't, obviously he's, it's more like a motivation than it is
What did I
anything
watch?
else. I don't think he's actually cast in the second half. I think they, well, because they took all the budget they were paying him.
I bet he's in a dream.
Potentially.
But
But they could have paid him for the first half.
trying to think of anything interesting. I haven't seen any. I don't know if I watched. I watched a couple random ass shitty movies that I just.
Same, bud.
I like Hash Brown wanted to sleep on my lap, so I let him sleep on my lap, and then I put on a really shitty low budget movie.
Been there.
For an hour and a half, just let him sleep on my lap.
What movie was it?
I don't. It's called Night Train.
Mm. Isn't Rampage Jackson in the movie?
No, it's you've never heard of it. It's
Okay.
like got nobody in it. It's a random ass movie. And one actual movie that I watched that I forgot to write down. Whatever.
I watched 3 very horrendous movies.
What?
Octoshark. Or Sharktopus. Let me look. Gotta double check.
Ooh, baby, show me your sharktopus.
I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it's Octoshark.
Octoshark.
It could be Sharktopus.
I can't remember movies. I used to write everything down for the podcast.
Well, I watched 3.
Then I stopped.
I watched 3 of those, so
3 sharktopuses?
yes.
What's wrong with you?
They made 3 of them, so like somebody committed to this. Casper Van Dien's in one, and
Oh yeah, let's go!
and Conan's in another. So
Conan who?
O'Brien
Conan O'Brien.
as himself.
Oh, so we're talking about Arnold?
Sharktopus.
Oh, so we're talking about Arnold?
No.
Conan.
It's Sharktopus versus Terracuda, and Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf.
Why?
They're so bad, dude.
Why'd you do this to yourself?
They're so bad.
Dude, I remember watching these sci-fi movies on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the day.
That's those movies.
Yeah, me and Jordan, we were like, that was
I have a
shit.
full list.
That was our shit.
I have a full list of those.
There's one with spiders in the mountains. Genetically engineered spiders in the mountains. You
The
ever watch
snow
that
one?
Yeah.
Ice spiders? Yeah. It's
That
on my
movie's
list.
great.
It's on my
that
list.
movie's so good. I don't give a fuck. But
Did you
anyways,
watch the same movie, but with sharks? Snow sharks.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. I just remember this Ice Spiders was so good. It was legit, like, great.
I have probably 80 movies in my list exactly like that, and it's so good. There's one on there that's Noah's Sharks. They find Noah's Ark, and it's protected by mutated great whites.
Fuck yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. I was like, if somebody made this, I'm gonna watch it. Nobody else is gonna appreciate this movie. I gotta give it the hour it takes to watch this. But they're so fucking bad, dude.
Watch any actual interesting movies?
No, just those.
Alright, TV shows.
TV shows.
I've just watched a little bit of Fringe, and I got back to watching a couple episodes of South Park.
Nice.
I watched the Cartman Special Olympics episode, and that I had to pause it a couple times at work. I was watching it at work. I had to pause it a couple times, just like put my head
it's so
down.
good.
I just had to put my head down, like
That's peak South Park right there.
I was like,
That's the
oh,
good
he's gonna.
stuff.
I was like, oh, he's gonna come in last. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna come in last. Why did he think he would be able to beat anybody?
Cause it's fucking Cartman, dude.
Why did he think? And then the Passion of the Christ one near the end, I was like, I'm out. I was just looking at my phone.
Oh, when
Mel Gibson's going crazy. I went, okay, I'm out. I just looked at my phone. I went, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch this scene at the very end. I was like, I'm out.
Where he like strips almost naked.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
running
I'm
around.
out. I'm out. I'm out.
God, it's so dumb. It's hilarious, but it's so dumb.
Yeah. And that's it. I've just been watching just fucking random shitty dumb YouTube.
Been watching a lot of anime.
Like what?
There's 3 shows.
Naruto?
Out. Nope. There's 3 shows.
One Piece?
Nope. There's
Bleach?
3, nope. There's 3 shows out that I've been watching because they're coming out week to week.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Nope.
Oh.
Jess is watching that one. Delicious in a Dungeon. I think I talked about it last time. It's a fantasy show where they too poor to afford equipment.
I bet it's a fantasy show.
Yeah. And so they just eat the monsters they find in the dungeon. So it's like
Okay.
it's like Goblin Slayer light mixed with Food Wars. It's great, dude. It's
I remember being at
great.
Matt's house for his birthday party, and we watched like 8 episodes of Food Wars in a row. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
God.
And then I kind of like want to watch it because I kind of remember the story a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of want to watch
It's like food's so good it blows people's clothes off. Yeah. One of the other ones is Solo Leveling, which its debut episode came out the same episode or same day, One Piece dropped their Gear 5 episode, and apparently it did better than One Piece. So I was like, I gotta check it out. And it's like a reverse isekai, so instead of a guy dying and going to a fantasy world, fantasy stuff comes to the real world.
Okay.
And I was like, this is a pretty cool idea.
That's interesting.
It's fucked. It's pretty messed up. But like in a good way. Everything that happens, people deserve what they get. The third one is, I think, a Netflix show. I'd have to double check. I think it's a Netflix show. It's Ninja Kamui.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show about ninjas. This guy wants to leave this like ninja clan, and like fakes his death and like changes his appearance. He disguises himself, and the ninjas come after him. But they're like, I don't know, like supernatural, and somehow like sci-fi ninjas. Yeah,
I like when they mix stuff like that.
it is pretty cool. Like they have like mech suits and magic. I'm like, okay, I can see one or the other working, but both of these is a bit much. I watched 8 episodes of that, and I'm fucking clawing to watch the next one, and it's not out yet, and it's fucking killing me because I think they might have just capped it at those 8 episodes, and they're waiting for season 2.
That's anime.
It's gonna fucking
That's what
kill
they do.
me, dude. It's gonna kill me. Well, that's pretty much it.
No, that's that's interesting. That's why
Yeah.
we do this. Interesting.
Honestly, if you watch just the first episode of each of those, I think you'll probably get roped into at least one of them. But yeah, they're pretty good. Solo Leveling's the shortest at like 20 minutes. But it has a build-up of like a 45-minute show.
Well, I still gotta finish Fringe. It's that's all in the 5th season. 5th season goes like nuts. It's like,
Oh yeah?
like you have to watch all the previous seasons to.
Don't you just love that about shows?
This show is like nuts. It's really good, but you have to like watch. You have to watch
You
it.
really gotta pay attention? Or you just have to actually just put in the time?
Yeah, but it's just really good. But also, like, if you wanted to, you could just like stop. In like the 4th, you kind of have to watch the 4th season. If you watch the 3rd season, you kind of have to watch the 4th season.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do they wrap up most of the story?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like all it's like virtually the story's like wrapped up, and then they keep going.
Mm-hmm.
For the last season, but it's still good. It's just like it's it's different than the entire show beforehand.
Yeah.
I don't want to like spoil things because I do kind of want people to watch it. I guess.
Yeah.
It's really good. First 3 seasons are so good. The 4th season is still good too, but it's like it was a little bit. I don't know, a lot more of like exhibition. Maybe not. That's not the right word. A lot of like people talking about emotions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like first watch through, that's good, but it's my second watch through. I'm like, it's a lot of that. I'm like, okay, I don't need to watch. It's Peter and his dad talk about their relationship for the 100th time. Okay, and South Park's still gonna slog. It's a slog.
I kept seeing ads that I would skip about a new season of South Park, and then when I had the chance to go back and watch, I realized there isn't a new season of South Park, so I don't know what the ads were, and I can't find them. They're like, new South Park, and I'm like, okay, cool, and now I don't know what it is.
Well, you're already in a different dimension.
It's like, you remember seeing them, right?
I don't remember.
The ones where they swapped all the characters with like black chicks. Did you not see those trailers? Am I just like getting?
I think you had a dream.
You're gaslighting me.
All right. Moving on. We're on to sports.
Sports.
Question mark.
Canucks won last night. I think the Kings did too. No.
I don't know. Last night.
Did they not?
They've been winning. They've been winning some games.
I thought they won by 1 point last
They've
night.
been winning some games. Kings have been coming back a little bit. They were like not doing bad, but
Timbers lost. Earthquake won.
they weren't
Canucks beat the
doing.
Flames. Rose Namajunas
Kings won by 2 points last
broke
night.
her loss streak.
Kings won by 2 points.
Guy got kicked out of the UFC because he bit somebody.
That was crazy. I like the video that I saw. The commentators are like, so he bit him. He's like, okay, I don't know if that's really a disqualification.
Absolutely.
No, they were like, I don't know. And then the They were like, okay. I guess like if it's a bite, yeah, disqualify, okay. And they showed the bite, and then they went, oh, okay, never mind. Yep, disqualified. Yep, nope.
Did you see the bite mark?
Yeah.
On his leg or whatever?
It was right there.
Oh, was it there? Okay, I thought it looked like his leg.
Right here. That was because he's the camera, and he's like, look at what he did, and the commentator's like, oh my god, never mind, nope, yep, disqualified, kick him out, yep, nope, fire him, nope.
Yeah.
And then apparently he got a tattoo. He got it tattooed on him.
Gross.
I think that's real.
Oh.
But it looked funny, like he got the T tattoo around it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for him, though. Good for being a good sport about it.
He was telling the ref, like, he fucking bit me.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, he bit me. He bit my arm.
Now that I think about it, there's only been like 3 people kicked out of the UFC. And it is dumb stuff like that. God, people.
So the one guy sucker punched another guy when like they were separated or whatever.
Yeah,
and I remember
fight,
Dana White is like, that man will never work for me ever again.
Yeah.
He's like, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
He's like, anybody does that, he's like, I don't care who you are, you're never working for me ever again.
I know he was fighting Josh Koscheck, who absolutely deserved that second punch because he's a piece of shit. But I don't remember who it was. I think it was like Kevin something. I don't know.
Who cares now? He's gone.
He's gone. He's working for somebody else.
How's hockey going?
Hockey's going great.
Did you pick a team?
Canucks. Vancouver. Oh. Yep. Their mascot's a killer whale.
Is there a team that's close to us, or is it just Las Vegas and LA, right?
I think LA and Las Vegas, yeah.
Las Vegas Knights and the LA what? Kings. But there's none like in Sacramento. We need a Sacramento hockey team. Come on.
We do.
The NBA team's coming back, and now we need a hockey team. But I guess
A's won. A's won last night. 11-4, I think.
The A's.
They're not wrong. Pieces of garbage.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. What's the other team? What's the other team that's going to, or is it Oakland going to Vegas? What's the other team that went to Vegas? Raiders. I couldn't remember.
So Oakland. Hey, to be fair, if I was in Oakland, I would want to get out too.
Yeah, that's sports. Question mark.
Sports? Question mark.
YouTube. Man. Random stuff that is wasting my goddamn time and wasting my life with these random videos and random YouTube shorts about nothing.
Yeah, I'm just going down the shorts rabbit hole.
That's what I'm doing.
And then just swipe on shorts.
It's hard. That's what, remember I said this? I said, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life?
Shorts?
YouTube shorts.
Or TikTok.
Yeah. I'll have...
That format, yeah.
Honestly, I did go
Damn you, Vine!
I did go through a TikTok thing like last week where I could not... I was impulsed to just go on TikTok. Not even my followers, just random stuff, and I don't know why.
Mm.
Man, like Skylar, she had to delete. She's like, I had to delete TikTok, and she came home from work and sat on the couch and watched TikTok for 6 hours.
That explains why she's not responding to.
She did that. She did that once, 2 days in a row, and she was like, I have to delete it. And the Instagram, I think she's like, I have to. I'm like, I was there with TikTok. I'm like, I have to stop.
I send her so many videos, and there's just nothing. A lot of Godzilla dancing. That video's hilarious.
Anything interesting on YouTube?
I'm trying to get an e-bike kit for $100, so I've been going through watching how to swap my bike over. That's pretty much it. And shorts. Video format, that's it. That and shorts. I did finish. Never mind. We'll wait.
Till the next?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I, next week, maybe I'll be looking up a bunch of, construction stuff, how to build
There you go.
How to build an apartment.
Just tell them you know what you're doing, and then Google it.
The problem is there's other people there.
Yeah.
If I'm by myself, they're go do. I'm like, bet.
But you also have to know all of the maintenance works all 3 of those apartment complexes. So you might go from one and then cross the street and then go to the other one and then just come over and fix my fucking fridge and go to somebody else.
I ain't fixing nothing. You're fucking.
You better.
Fuck no.
Got my door code.
You just go in. There's probably some universal code or whatever they use.
No, they have them written down.
For every room?
No, only the smart apartments.
Oh, how many are there?
Like, I want to say maybe a fifth of them.
Oh.
It's out of like 600,
How come
maybe 100.
Interesting.
Because you got to pay more for it.
Oh. How much more?
Like $80.
Oh. Is it worth it?
To me, yeah. Because I can turn my AC on from here, or lock my door from here. The only thing you can't do is turn the fucking oven off and just leaves it on. Motherfucker.
So I left the stove on last night.
I had to have Gary go over and turn our oven off. He farted in my apartment.
I'll open that oven, fart in there, close it, leave it on.
Might explode.
Leave it on.
Yeah. No, I literally texted him. I was like, hey, I think I left the oven on. Can you go over and check because you have the door code? And he walked over. He was like, yeah, I was on 400. I was like, fucking thanks, bud. My power bill would have been nuts.
All right, next is music, podcast, streaming, books. All right, next is music, podcast, streaming, books. I've nothing. I got nothing. You said you had something.
I finished the book series I was listening to.
What was it again? I
5
can't
books.
remember.
It was the Belgariad series. It's a good book series.
You should listen to the Wheel of Time.
No.
You heard
I
about
heard
that?
it's like fucking like 17 books or some shit. No.
And I heard it's like super slow and super boring. But it's like once you get to book 9, it's really good. That's
Oh, I
like,
bet.
It's some game changer short. But it's like, once you get to book 7, that's where it really picks up. You
Yeah.
gotta take a break. You're like, woo. Book 7. Fuck.
No. I got the Game of Thrones books. I went through 1 and maybe half of 2. I was like, done. I'm done. I don't care that much.
You should listen to The Way of Kings.
How many is that?
And I was like, this big.
Oh. I'm fine with long books. I don't want to
Brandon
listen to 19 books.
Brandon Sanderson.
Ugh.
You should listen to Mist Boring books. By Brandon Sanderson. They're really fucking good. They're not long. Or they're long, but they're not like...
Okay, I can't even say I won't listen to a bunch. Because I'm listening to a series that's like... I want to say like 45 books long. But it's... The thing is...
small books, right?
Not necessarily. Like, there's, I think, 1 or 2 books that are 12 hours. But it's like, these 4 are in this story. And then it's same universe, different story.
Oh, it's like the Ender's Game books?
Yeah.
Because there's
I
only
could
like
do that.
4 books or whatever that
Yeah.
are like Ender.
And then
there's like... Or something like that. And there's like 4 books that are like Bean, who is his apprentice, and...
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple books that's like from his sister's point of view while he's gone or whatever. I only read the first 2, Ender's Game and Speaker for the Dead, and Speaker for the Dead was really fucking good.
People say that, and I read and listened to Ender's Game, and then I tried to listen to Speaker of the Dead, and it just did not click. I was like, I want to 4 hours in.
I think it is interesting and like maybe divisive. I don't know if that's the right word, but it is like it's a game. It's a book. Yeah. See, I feel like that. Honestly, I think some books aren't built to be audiobooks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a book you have to like sit down and read. I don't know if that's a really great audiobook just because it's like there's like science stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I would just zone out.
Pretty
like
much.
Like The Martian, right? I've heard The Martian in a book is basically just all math.
Yeah.
And I feel like
it's great.
Yeah, it is good.
It's
Okay, because
great.
I feel like I would just like zone out with the math and like I wouldn't be able to focus.
No, it's phenomenal.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, skateboarder went by. Now these damn kids!
Don't you wish you had a lawn you can shoo them off of?
Yeah, and I could shoot them and kill them.
Shoo.
Oh, yeah. The guy,
Why not?
the guy who shot that girl, he went to jail for the rest of his life.
Oh, did he actually? I heard he didn't. Like the hockey player that killed a guy.
You told me about this last time. No, but that guy who shot the black kid through his door, he got away with it.
Yeah, that's the one I was pretty pissed off about.
Those two guys who chased down two white guys who chased down a black guy who thought that he was robbing cars or whatever, and they like jumped out of the car with shotguns pointed at him, and he got scared because two people jumped with shotguns, and he tried to fight, and he tried to like
Defend himself?
take the shotgun away from them.
Defend himself, yeah.
And then they killed him. So they literally like saw somebody chase him down in the car, ran out and shot him with shotguns. I think they got away with it. No, I think they're just like. That's just crazy. Okay, I'm like, it's crazy. When, like,
here we go.
Threaten to kill somebody, and then they like fight back, and you kill them. You're like, well, it was self-defense. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You could just do that.
I told you about the woman who got shot, knocking on a neighbor's door, right?
Yes.
I think their daughter was playing in a field, and this woman came out screaming at her, so she got scared, dropped her like iPad or whatever, and ran home. Well, she went to go back and pick it up, and the person had taken it inside. So they went and told their mom, and their mom went over and knocked on the door, and she shot her through the door like 6 times, and wouldn't call the police. She was like, I thought she was coming over to, attack me because I took their tablet or whatever. And she got away with it. They didn't even arrest her. They just like scooped up the body and left.
Yep.
I was like, what the
it's
fuck?
America.
Land
of the free.
Asterisk.
Yeah, but that one lady, the lady who, so I guess quote unquote, to be fair, it wasn't like a house driveway. It was like he's like in the backwoods, and it was like she like drove onto private property, like like 100 yards in or whatever to a house. But then he came out with a gun, and then they turned around and drove away, and he shot in the car as it was driving away and killed her. They're literally leaving. So,
Dumb as
and
shit.
then he was like on audio recording, like not laughing about, or like when he was like in trial, he was like on audio recording, like not caring or whatever, and like making plans for like he's like can I just go home because I gotta go do work on my house or whatever. And like, no, you killed somebody, and he's like, I got housework to do, man. I can't be wasting my time over here.
I gotta fix my porch.
And then the judge is like, you've shown no remorse. You like just don't even care. And the guy's just staring at him like he just doesn't give a fuck. And he's like, all right, 30 years in jail for you. Yeah. But he's like in his 60s. He's old. I'm like, that's basically his rest.
Spend the rest of
30 to life for you. And the guy was just like, he was kind of just like, okay, like he literally didn't even care, whatever. Yeah. And he left, and I'm like, get that guy the fuck off lock that guy away, throw away the key. That guy's an evil. Wait, we're talking about music. Dude, you know that cop? Did you heard about the cop who was driving like fucking 75 and ran over that one chick?
I think so.
She's like crossing the street. He's driving 75 in a residential neighborhood, runs her over with no sirens, no lights, runs her over, kills her, like laughs about it afterwards, and
I remember.
And he got away with it, and he's suffered no repercussions. Didn't get fired. Didn't get nothing. They were just like, qualified. Oh, he was responding to a call with no lights, no sirens, going 75 in a residential neighborhood, and laughed about it. And they're like, you're good. It's America.
There was
That's where we live.
I want to say there was a bakery. Could be a bakery. There was a cop car came flying through this neighborhood and hit a curb and kind of lost control and drove through the front of a bakery. And the people came down because they slept above it. They were like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's dark. They couldn't see. And the cops arrest them for, what was it? It was interfering in an investigation or some shit like that. Because he was pissed off. He was like, he drove through his front window and he was like, what the fuck? And the cops were like, he yelled at us, so we arrested him. And I was like, did anybody test this cop to see if he was like on something?
America!
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on.
I kind of want to look at comic books. It's my next step. Like I said last time, Gary... Those aren't comic books. Oh, I thought you were pointing at the top. Okay. Gary asked me who my favorite superhero was. Because he's like, mine's Spider-Man, because I'm a toddler. And,
that took me a second.
mine's Spider-Man, because I peaked in high school. So Jess was saying mine was the Hulk, and I was like, yeah, I mean, technically, but no, but yes, but no. You can't just overall one. DC is definitely Green Lantern. Marvel is pretty closely tied between the Hulk and Beta Ray Bill.
You're just like green.
No, Hulk was always like
You're
one of my
like
favorites.
green. I love the Hulk and Green Lantern.
They
What
just
do they have in common?
They
They're
just
green.
happen to be green. Beta Ray Bill has nothing to do with green.
And the Hulk used to be gray.
Yeah, see? But I want to buy Beta Ray Bill comics. Like, really bad. I want to go through.
I don't have any.
I figured you didn't.
I got old. That's from fucking the 63. The left one.
The far left one?
Yeah.
Oh. Beta Ray Bill in it?
That's before he existed.
Don't give a shit.
Like Teen Titans?
Nah, nothing mattered before. It didn't matter.
Teen Titans.
Nope, don't give a shit.
Do you remember my plan for comics?
For Hawk and Dove?
Yeah.
To have all the Hawk and Dove?
It's really just to have all of Dove, all of Dawn Hall, every comic that he's in. Because the Hawk's in too many. but also probably just to get all the Hawk and Dove comics.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, it's like, do I really even like Hawk and Dove that much? Or is it like just kind of just because?
Yeah. It was kind of that way with like the Hulk. I watched read one or two. I think it was pretty much Planet Hulk. And I was like, I could probably get into these. And then I realized how many there were. I was like, I'm not touching this. I'll go ahead and backpedal real quick.
Well, what I did, I mean, over there, if you look, I just got at least the DC one.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I just like get all the big universe-changing events.
Yeah.
And I have pretty much most of them.
Yeah.
In order over there. And so, that's what I tell, like when I get to comic books, just buy the big, important, world-changing events, a couple things.
Yeah.
Except don't buy Secret Wars 2 over there. If you see Secret Wars 2 is from the farthest, the right of the Marvel ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No, the Marvel ones.
There's like 2 shelves of Marvel ones.
Well, that's a lot of.
So the farthest right?
The second to the farthest right. This is Secret Wars.
Are we looking at the same shelf?
The second shelf.
Yeah.
What does it say?
I see the Archie ones.
To the left of those. The Marvel ones.
You said it was DC, didn't you?
No, I said Marvel like 3 times.
No, I heard that part.
What
you
do you
said
think?
Secret Wars. Okay.
Right here.
I was thinking.
Second.
No, I was thinking.
Marvel.
What was I thinking? I don't know. What about it?
This Secret Wars right here.
Yeah.
Boom.
that's Secret Wars.
2016.
Yeah.
2015. 16. Whatever.
Yeah.
This is one of my least favorite things I've ever read in my entire fucking life.
Yeah. Why?
I hate this so much.
How many people
I
died?
cannot explain. Nope. It's like not. Maybe if I read all of the build-up for this, but this explains fucking nothing.
That's why I don't buy those.
And you just jump in.
Yeah.
And there's another one over there, Final Crisis, which is supposed to be like the Final Crisis build up. And I also hate that one too. That's DC. And it like it explains nothing in this book. So maybe if I read all the build up to Final Crisis, I'd get it. But there's like a whole vampire, like Superman's fighting a vampire type fucking thing in that one. And I hate that. But like Identity Crisis in DC is controversial, but I think it's great.
Yeah.
And then Infinite Crisis at 52, like I love those ones right there. And of course, Crisis on Infinite Earths is so good. And the Marvel Runaways, you can see like the Runaways and a couple of the other ones. But anyways, don't read that one. I hated that one so much. Secret Wars. I was like, I hate this. I don't know if it's bad, but I hate it.
Yeah.
And Final Crisis over there. I don't know if it's bad, but I don't like it. But anyways, that's what I did. So like, what do you mean by into comics? What do you mean exactly?
I just want to read more Beta Ray Bill shit. He's not covered enough.
He's just like your guy you're like obsessed with?
He's the one that I want to be obsessed with right now. Mostly because he's he's Thor without the limelight. And that's the one thing that I don't like about Thor. Is like, when they put out the movies, they made him more of a centerpiece than I wanted him to be.
And he's way different than he is in the comics.
Yeah.
The movie. It's like a different character. It's not even the same.
So,
it's not the same character, like, at all. It's
well, like, the same with Korg. Like, they completely changed the character.
Yeah,
but
Korg's
it was good. You know, it was a nice change.
It's just comedy. I mean, yeah. It's kind of comedy relief, right?
Kind of, yeah. I wanted them
At least
to
Meek.
put
Meek, man, I was like, what did they do, man?
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Meek's pretty messed up.
I know they, like, couldn't or whatever, but, man, just, I freaking love, whatever it's called. It's not even down there.
What?
Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk's so good.
I freaking love Planet Hulk
Planet
so
Hulk's
goddamn
so
much.
good, dude.
I swear I bought it, but I don't know where the fuck it is.
It's probably in there somewhere.
I just don't see it. I swear I bought it, but I don't know. I can't find it.
Who knows? It was great.
I also bought Civil War 1. Can't find that. I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, I wanted to do more Captain America material. There's just so much.
You should do DC.
I'm good. Fuck that.
Well, Batman.
No.
Everybody loves Batman.
I don't care about Batman.
And to me, so I'm counting these manga books. That's comic books. Those are in the same
they're
vein.
written in comic style.
Those are in the same vein, to me. So I'm still collecting a good amount. I'm collecting too many. Skylar got like mad. I bought a few. Anyways. Hey, I bought 3 Rurouni Kenshin books at A1 Comics, and I had so many rewards. I got those for free, and I bought a random comic book. I got it for free. So I walked in there, paid $0, got a comic book and 3 mangas.
No. You paid for them. Just in a different way.
No, well, I don't pay. Not paying extra to get those points. You just pay and you get rewards. So technically, you could say paying for it, but then technically that would be all the things. Everything else I bought was technically a whatever, like 5% less than what it actually is. You'd have to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Is that how you think of it?
Sure. No.
Because you say pay for it, but you don't actually pay. Like it's buy 10 get 1 free. You know, you're not paying for the 11th one. Technically, you could say you are, but then you're actually technically paying like whatever 6% less for everything, because then you get 1 for free.
Unless they mark it up 6% so it breaks even either way.
See, I just don't think they do. I mean,
I think they do.
This place isn't because A1 Comics doesn't because every price is written on the thing. The prices are pre-made when it gets to the store for however much they're going to be sold by.
Yeah.
It says $24.99 in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the comic book, they say $9.99 on the back.
Yeah.
So you could charge less or charge more, but it says $9.99 on the back. So they're like, this is a $10 comic.
Yeah. I think when it comes to things like comics, because they trade hands so much, you can't really just put whatever price you want on it.
Yeah, for the like the ones that are like the paperback ones, those aren't really used.
Yeah.
If they are, they're gonna say used, but the normal comics, those are all used.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to go and I buy just a random war comic. Like I have one up there. Random.
Yeah, you were telling me about them.
If you can see, that one at the top is Just Imagine. That's DC Comics, written by Stan Lee, and right in front of it, if you look, that's still like random war comic.
You've talked about them before.
Yeah, I like to do that. It was like $5.
Wasn't there one about a tank?
Yeah, it's called the Haunted Tank.
That's what it was.
So it's a tank haunted by Jeb Stewart.
Okay.
From, you know who that is?
Nope. What you gonna tell me?
He's a colonel in the Civil War for the South. And they have the Confederate flag on the tank.
Loving this.
And then he appears as a ghost to his like great grandson, who's the driver of the tank, and like helps him and tells him stuff. I think that could make a great movie, but you know what you do at the end of it? Like he learns and he takes the Confederate flag off and puts on like the American flag, something like that.
Or just takes it off and is like, it doesn't need a flag.
They can also just do that. I think I would like that. Like at the end, it's just like, I'm gonna replace this or whatever. Yeah. But actually, at one point, they like killed one guy off, and they replaced him with a black guy.
Smart.
I was like, yeah, okay. Why don't we replace the flag?
Yeah, that'd be a bigger step. But
it was still nice. I've read a couple, and they're pretty. Okay, anyways, that was the goals for the next 2 weeks, apparently.
Yep, I potentially will have read or bought or researched what order I should buy or read Beta Ray Bill.
Okay. All right. Let's round it up.
Mm-hmm. Are we skipping Indie Game Club?
Yeah, let's skip it again. Next time, let's bring it back.
Okay.
But
we can take a look at some games and then
Yeah.
kind of go over it that way.
All right.
You got a joke?
Do you have a sack history lesson?
If you want to trade, I'll come up with a joke.
I got a joke. You ready?
Go for it.
Why did the Jaguar... Sorry, guys. This is the joke of the Fortnight. Okay? Why did the Jaguar eat the tightrope walker?
Why?
It was craving a well-balanced meal. All right. That's pretty good. Are we good?
I think
Is there anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
How's your butt?
It's alright. Still attached. It's falling out the other day, but I recovered.
All right. Nick, catchphrase?
How's your butt?
That's a good catchphrase. How's your butt? Hey, how's your butt, everybody?
Put it on a t-shirt.
How's your butt? Question mark.
I think it'll be our 2 catchphrases. How's your butt? And put it on a t-shirt.
Stop staring at me. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. We'll see you. Let's do this again. We'll see you next time. This is Chef Mark. Signing off. Oh, shit.
So I was printing cards.
Oh, illegally.
Technically, it wasn't illegal.
Oh, you were counterfeiting.
No.
So you're counterfeiting legal currency.
Shut up.
That's it. Nikolai Justice is counterfeiting.
Oh, what a dick.